So because Silk has done it and done it successfully, I want to make sure we open it up to some other people and let them have a shot. So we're going to give somebody else a shot. No, we're not. It's Silk. Silk's world tour continues. Look at him now. Last time we saw Silk via the feed, he was in Paso Robles. Silk Bra, dude, I would say you're in market on topic, but I don't know what market you're in, and I know you'll be on topic. Bro, where are you? It looks awesome.
I am in the Central American market, brah. I am on the beautiful island of Roatán, which is about 30 miles off the coast of Honduras. It's part of Honduras. It's a beautiful place. You can see right here, we got our front yard, or it's over there, front yard. We got the hammocks, water's right there. You can see some people walking by. The dive boats are going out. So, yes, I am on the island of Roatán, West Bay.
All right, dude, it looks a little bit blown. Are there any waves?
There are definitely no waves. This is it's like summer in Huntington, bro. It's Lake Huntington, but we're in a bay, so I mean it is what it is. Great for snorkeling and diving, though. Second largest barrier reef outside of Australia, right here, brother.
Dude, it looks pretty amazing to me, even if it's a bay and there are no waves. All right, so this is part of the world tour. I mean, you are in Paso Robles. You're in Honduras now, right? I mean, is this where this world tour ends, or are you going to keep moving?
No. You know, it's really everything depends on
Jen Silk.
Of course, she's working this summer. My last day of school was Monday, so I'm off for the summer. You know, I got some side hustles going on, a couple things here and there. You know, I like to bring in a little cash if I can, even on the off times. But, oh, sorry, bro, the wind's blowing my tablet. But yeah, no, we're gonna do this, and then maybe another Paso trip this summer. Possible Napa or Sonoma, but for the most part, this is it for the plane flights.
Yeah, probably. But dude, Jen Silk is with you, right? She's not grinding at home while you're with the fellas.
No, bro. No. This is a Jen Silk trip for sure. I mean, I love it too, but obviously there's no waves. But I do love it here. We've been here many times. This is actually a group trip. So there are 1, 2, 4 couples, including us. My nephew is here, Donovan. They went to a brewery in the center part of the island, but I had to stay back. I'm getting some summer reading done and just taking care of business here at the Palatial Estate on the beach.
Dude, what are you reading? What does the Silk Bra summer book list consist of?
That's a great question, bro. I like that. So I'm going back and rereading some of the classics. To maybe reintroduce that into my curriculum. So I'm just about to finish Catcher in the Rye, and then I brought Huck Finn, and then my favorite American writer, John Steinbeck. I brought Cannery Row, so I'm probably going to plow through that, bro.
I love that. Catcher in the Rye, if I'm not mistaken, that was mandated 7th grade reading. Lord of the Flies, 8th grade, scared the hell out of me. Still pissed about that. Dude, I don't know if you obviously you're paying attention. You see the Dodgers and the Padres last night? Jake Peavy was on. We spent the entire first hour talking about it. Dave Roberts and Mike Schilt wanting to let their hands go. I got to get your reaction from Honduras.
Dude, of course, you know, if I'm going to be a guest on your show, I always, you know, I got to listen to the first part of the show to see what the hot takes are. It's a joke. I mean, come on. The mustard and brown. Yeah, okay. I would agree with Peavy just because San Francisco, you know, NoCal, they've stunk for so long that we need, you know, if you want a rival, they got to at least be sort of good. So, yeah, the Padres are pretty good. But that whole Manny Machado warning the Dodgers, bruh, you know, somebody ought to warn Manny that, you know, if he doesn't hustle to first base, he might be out of the league. Manny's a punk. He's a payaso. He's a clown, bro. But yeah, that was wild, man. We were watching. There's this killer bar in West End here called Sundowners, bro. And it was Dodgers Padres, and we were getting pretty hyped. There's a lot of expats here on this island. A lot of Floridians work at the dive shops and stuff. So, by the way, shout out to the Rat team, man, for taking down those Oilers who've eliminated my Kings 4 years in a row. No tears were shed in the Silk household for Draisaitl and what's that guy's name? Mick
Jesus.
I'm not sure. Whatever.
Come
I
on,
don't know.
man. Come on, man. Dude, so at Sundowners, what are you guys putting down? Beers? I know you're not drinking wine at Sundowners, dude. You're not.
Dude, the thing about here is every day it's a high of 85 and a low of 81. So everything gets warm very quickly. So no, we're going. There's this awesome dark Nicaraguan rum called Flor de Caña. It's legit, dude. So yeah, we got a little rum. You know, it's tropical. You can see the palm trees here. So we do a little of that, but there are the local beers, Barena. They're super frosty, but yeah, it's like drinking like a High Life or something. But
Hey, bro, I don't want to push it because you know how it is with DJ. Well, I know you know DJ. You've got her digits. Is Jen Silk ever going to make an appearance? After all of these things, all of these appearances, all these worldly spots are all, well, frankly, because of Jen Silk.
You're right, but Jen Silk, you know how these ghouls are in the JXP.
I know, dude. I know.
Yeah. And she's a vice president of a company, and I think it's just she likes to be behind the scenes. She's Oz, she's Svengali, she's Geppetto, whatever, bro. She likes to keep it on the DL. She's not big on public speaking. I'll say that.
Dude, I get it. Look, DJ, Janet's the same way. Janet's been on the show once in 30 years. I can't get her to come on, and so I understand that too. So I got it. Hey, leave me. Go ahead. So what? It's your show, bro. No, you go.
Thanks, bro. In person, she's good, man. She's been to tour stops, dude. She partied with me at Bill Maz's house. She was.
Holy crap, dude! Did you just say you partied at Bill Maz's house?
Yeah, because they had us. They were your lead-in Kansas City.
I know,
and Grunhard. Yeah. So we went in and did the show when we were out there for the tour stop, and I shamed him into inviting me there. It was like the Lennox Lewis Holyfield fight or something. And he had it on this huge screen out on his lake. It was crazy, dude. We were in his bar. Hey, I don't want to put you on blast, Bill Maz, because he's a great guy, but behind his bar downstairs where he has a bunch of pit shot glasses, there's a huge picture of him sacking Mark Malone of the Steelers. Dude, it's the best picture ever.
All right, Silk, we got to wrap this thing because we're not up against it. We're actually out of time already, bro. You are living your best life. Thanks for sharing it with us. Have a great weekend, and wherever your next stop takes you, man, I'm here. You know that. Silk, bro, look at him in Honduras. I told you, any of you can do that, but he's the only one who takes me up on the offer. That's Silk, bro. When we come back, John and Little.